video will give you a brief introduction to Twitter and talk a little bit about how you can use it for some personalized and free professional learning. First of all, Twitter is a way just to engage with other people professionally around the globe. You can see that from my Twitter account here, I have 699 people following me. I'm following 519. Many of those people I would have never met if not for the online medium that is Twitter. A tweet is basically a short message, no more than 140 characters, that you can include in there. It can just be text, it can be a link to an article, link to a video, it can include up to 4 pictures, and it can be viewed by anyone once you put it on Twitter. Not just your followers. If someone searches you, they can view all your tweets. That is, unless your account is locked and you approve who can view your tweets. Both of those are options. Let's talk a little bit quickly about the anatomy of a tweet and what a tweet looks like. Excuse me. This is a basic tweet sent from a person named Lance Ulanoff. Has a picture, avatar. You can put a picture or any type of graphic there. Shows the Twitter name, the person's name that they used when they signed up for the account, the short text. The text of their tweet, scientists develop world's toughest material, and then the link to an article. That link is typically shortened by bit.ly or t.co so that it doesn't use up too many characters. It's also included a hashtag for cool science. A hashtag is a sorting tool that we will talk about a little later. It shows when this tweet was made. You have the opportunity to click on this favorite button to favorite that tweet. Two purposes for that. One, it is somewhat like a like on Facebook, or it also allows you to go back later and refer to that tweet. It saves it in a location in your profile. You can retweet any of those tweets, and what that does is it takes this particular tweet and sends it on to your followers. So people that don't follow Lance Ulanoff but that follow you could see this information as well. And you can click the reply button and then send a tweet back to the person that composed the tweet. So that's the basic anatomy of what a tweet looks like. Move back over to my Twitter feed. What I'm going to do, I'm going to sign out actually and take you to the initial Twitter page and show you where you can sign up for Twitter. When you first go to twitter.com, what you will need to do is use this box down at the bottom right. It says new to Twitter. You'll enter your full name, email address, and choose a password. And then it will guide you through the next steps, choosing your Twitter handle and all those kinds of things. One word of caution here, Twitter will only allow a single Twitter account per email address. So if you're wanting to use 2 Twitter accounts, one for personal and one for professional, you'll need to have 2 different email addresses to sign up for those accounts. I already have an account, so I'm not going to go to the new Twitter sign up. I'm simply going to log back in so that we can look at a couple of other things. First thing is, who should you follow, or how do you find people to follow? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you about 6 people that are all Monett, or 6 Twitter accounts, all within the Monett district that could get you started. My Twitter handle is dstewart89. You can search. You can type that into a search engine, into the search bar up at the top, and search and click on people, and you'll find me there. David72 Williams is my assistant. Monett High is the high school's Twitter account. Monett R1, the district's account. M. Dawson CO is our assistant superintendent, Mr. Dawson's account. And B_A_Hansen is our superintendent, Mr. Hansen's account. So there's 6 accounts that you can follow right off the bat, and then you'll find other people to follow in this who to follow box, or you can find others by clicking on someone else's followers or who they're following. Look through the list and follow people that they have chosen to follow or have followed them. If you need to compose a tweet, there are a couple of different ways to do that. You can simply click on this compose, start typing, and then hit tweet. Or up here at the top right where this quill and box are, you can do the same thing to compose a tweet there. When you are composing a tweet, you may mention someone. So if I wanted to mention my assistant, I could say, hey, at There's Mr. Williams right there. This is just a sample tweet for new employees. So what this does in this composed tweet, this identifies Mr. Williams, and so he will get a notification that says you've been mentioned on Twitter. I can also add a hashtag at the end. We'll go to this hashtag a little bit further in a minute, but we use the hashtag MHS Chat for professional things here at the high school. What the hashtag does is it's a sorting tool, so if people don't follow me but they want to know what's going on at MHS, they can search that hashtag, and that will allow them to see what's going on at MHS. So then all I do is I hit tweet, and it will be out there for everybody to see. Specifically, it will go to my followers first, and then any of those that retweet it, it can continue to grow exponentially. One of the things, again, you'll want to look for as you're looking at your Twitter timeline are retweets. As I look down here, this I don't follow Chuck Wellard. He's made a reference to an NBC News article about a homeless valedictorian, but it was retweeted by someone that I do follow. So that's another one of the powers of Twitter, is it networks very, very quickly. You can also, again, use the favorite key if you want to favorite something that someone has said, and that will simply allow you to store it for future use and tells them that you liked what they had to say. Hashtags. If you look, first hashtag I see here is hashtag OERI. That's Ozark Education Research Initiative. There's a conference going on today, so this is the hashtag they've chosen. It's a sorting tool. If I click on that hashtag OERI, and then I always click on the all button so I can see every tweet that's coming out of there. I don't follow many of these people, but these are all people that are at that conference that have learned something or have a thought to share about that conference. So, Stuart Pratt, are you a one-to-one school? How do you provide student voice? Not voice of 10% of your students' population, but voice of all students. All these different ideas coming out of this one particular conference. And just following or clicking on that hashtag allows you to see all of those. You can also search for hashtags here in the search bar. I mentioned MHS Chat, which is what we use for much of our professional learning here at the high school. One thing I did, just so you get an idea of the power of Twitter, earlier today I sent out a tweet that simply said, provide me with your location and why you use Twitter. So you can see David Guerin, who's principal at Bolivar High School. He has transformed his professional learning as great fun, and he's actually at Walt Disney Resort with Bolivar High School Band. Here's someone that's at OERI and talking about student engagement. This is someone from New Milford, New Jersey, again Springfield. You're going to see many of those from all over the place as Twitter, and that's just within about an hour that those things have come in. So it's really interesting how Twitter can blossom and spread. But remember, the hashtag is just a sorting tool, and those hashtags, if you want a hashtag for your own classroom, you can create that hashtag and share that hashtag with anybody that you want to check those things out. The big thing about Twitter is you really can't break anything by going out there and using it. I would recommend that for a while you simply just read people's tweets and read the articles that they put out there if you're not comfortable sharing at this point. But I did that for about 6 months. But at some point, it's important, I think, as an education reflective practice to use this as a sharing tool to share things that you're learning or share thoughts that you're having or begin discussions about any of those things. If you would like to see more tutorials on Twitter, I know I went very quickly, there is a website that I've pulled up here, gcflearnfree.org/Twitter101, and there are 5 or 6 different videos there that can give you a little more specifics about how to use Twitter and how to use it appropriately. Hope that you enjoyed this, and look forward to working with you in the Monette R1 district.